Well, here we go again. Let's see if I can open this right the first time. There it is. So this has a satin finish, not a gloss finish, which I could have sworn I thought that it's what it had. The neck feels a little different than the other. So there you go. I thought it had a gloss finish, but is a satin. That's surprising. All right, we'll put it on the bench. Check it out. I don't see any breaks or anything, so I think we're good. A satin neck is has some kind of different inlays on the side too. I don't know if you can see those. And I also noticed that they have 2 screws. Unlike the other ones, they usually have 1. So we'll try and figure out what this is here, because this is different than what I thought I was getting. I thought I was getting a glossy one. But we'll check it out. Okay, let's see how much this one weighs. Whew, tipped in the scales. 9.7 pounds. It's a lot of wood. Okay, so I'm inserting this video. It's been a few days since I shot some of the other footage. Obviously you can see I did change this pickup out to something that's a little hotter, but one thing that's going to probably be hard for me to show that I did notice is that, I know you can't really see it, but when you really look down the neck, you can, I'm not even sure if this is going to show up, but you know, the fret lengths vary a little bit from side to side. Some are, you know, basically to the edge, and some are a little short. I did have a couple issues with a couple spots where if I really pulled the string over, it would hang up on the fret, but that was an easy fix. Just filed it down and made it nice and smooth and got rid of that little burr that was on there, but I know you probably can't see it. But there is some different lengths here across the fretboard, so a little bit of inconsistency in my opinion. Like either they put it in the wrong spot, or see, maybe if you can see that one's got a little white space. This has none. A little white space. So when you really look down it, you know, it kind of goes all the way down, but I'm sure it's not showing up on camera. But I did want to add that in there. Other than that, this guitar is pretty phenomenal. I can't say enough. I mean, I'm really happy with this. And hopefully it holds up, because I'm going to be using it live very soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we got her on the bench here. Let's take a look at it. Okay, they're calling this a nitrocellulose finish. I mean, to me it looks like a matte finish, but maybe that's what they're calling it now. Who knows? The Allen key for the truss rod, it works. Got to put it in there pretty deep though to get to it, but you can get to it. It adjusts okay. I noted before that they have 2 screws on here now. The other one had 1. I think the nut might be a little high in a couple spots. You know, when you do the old 3rd fret press down. You probably can't see it with the shadows, but a couple of them seem to be a little bit high. But that's how the other one was too. It was an easy fix for me. Fretboard looks good. I haven't seen really much of anything. The binding. This does feel different. This is a totally different feeling neck than the previous one. The relict one. This is called a thin C. This definitely feels thinner. Binding looks good. You know, it's not the greatest in spots, but it's pretty good. Unless you're going to, you know, nitpick it with a microscope. And the one thing about this, the action was pretty high. I was able to lower it. This knob was pushed pretty low, so it was scraping. It put a little mark in the finish. But let's get a pickup reading real quick here. In the neck position, we have got, I don't know if you can see it, 7.67 in the neck, and in the lead, 854 lead bridge, whichever you want to call it. Not real hot, not as hot as the other guitar, and not hot enough for me. I'll probably change out that pickup. But, nice strap locks with a big, end there, so your strap stays on a little better. Not strap locks, strap buttons, sorry. I always say something wrong. The other weird thing is these side markers. And, they're cool looking. But as far as them being centered, they look like they get a little off. And, they're consistently off. But, some spots you can actually see the full circle. In others you can't. But let's take a look at the other side. We'll flip it over. There's always something hanging up somewhere. I already have the cavity control covers off. We have Grover tuners. Probably 14-to-1 ratio. They don't feel like really razor sharp, precise. No serial numbers of any kind. But, to be honest with you, I thought this was going to come with a gloss finish, but it's this satin finish is much nicer feeling on the neck. And as you can tell, it's called Silverburst, and it's supposed to be kind of semi-aged to look greenish like they get, but definitely more green than silver. The routing in the cavities looks good. This one isn't quite in the center, as you can see. But, it doesn't affect anything, to be honest. This other control cavity, this one does have all alpha pots as advertised. The other one had 1 alpha and 3 Korean. And, you can tell that they just cut this thing by hand to make it fit. So they just kind of shaved it down to make it fit in. That's not a perfect, obviously, radius to corner. But, I'm splitting hairs on a guitar that's wasn't that expensive. And for what it is, it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's better than pretty good compared to a lot of guitars out there. So, we're going to do some sound samples next. Keep watching and subscribe. Now would be a great time. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple little quick sound samples. Nothing crazy. I normally don't do clean stuff, but I'll do a few clean things. I'm using my Angle Thunder. My clean still has a little bit of gain, but I'm not going to go crazy here, so just a few quick samples. Okay, now we're going to go on the second channel, which is more gain, not my highest gain, but just more rock junk. Are the original strings, a little out of tune already, but I'll be changing the strings. I'll be giving a proper setup. I got the action pretty low, and Subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out my music. It's all over everywhere. If you're going to stream it a million times so I can at least make 5 cents or something, you know. Or buy it, because that's the best thing. One song is all it takes. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.